All right, so let's check out this lady.
Girl, men are never gonna fall in love with your actions. No matter how much you do for them, no matter how nice you are, how much you cook, how much you clean, you buy him everything he wants, you pay his bill, you let him use your body, you help him with his career or build his empire, whatever that is, he is just gonna keep taking advantage of you. He's never gonna one day just turn into that Prince Charming you've been hoping for, you've been pouring your resources and energy and effort into. Because men only give princess treatment to women who feel like they're worthy. And if you were his dream girl, he would have made that clear from day one with the way that he treated you. So stop feeding yourself this lie that if you were just a better girlfriend, if you just tried a little bit harder, he would finally see your worth. He would finally change the way that he treats you. Girl, men.
This is why women fail at dating. A lot of women constantly, one, they want to change men. Two, they pick terrible men. And they use that notion of, oh, this man I picked, he treats me bad, all men are shitty. That don't make sense, doesn't it? It don't make sense like that. So women with this kind of mindset, no wonder they are single. No wonder they are failing at something that should be monstrously easy for them. Let's break this one down. And I have a couple clips with her talking more craziness. So let's break it down.
With your actions. No matter how much you do for them, girl, men are never gonna fall in love with your actions. No matter how much you do for them, no matter how nice you are, how much you cook, how much you clean, you buy him everything he wants, you pay.
First of all, men would. Maybe not the men that you chose. That's the problem. Don't say, this is why I always like the clarification. How about none of the men that I chose will fall in love with my actions? Because that's better, right? That's more clear. And that makes sense. It's the men that you chose, not men, because then you can't, because this is what women want to do, right? They say men, so they can say that majority of men like this or all men like this. No, when you think about it, when they said men that I chose, that is less than a handful of men. Most women don't date, they don't have a dating history of 10, 20, 30, 100, hundreds of men they have actually dated. They don't. Most women have maybe 5, okay? Maybe about 5 relationships they've been in. So you want to judge all men, majority men, on 5 men you've chose. 5 men you chose. Okay? Because this is the thing where women have the liberty, they have the luxury of options. Okay? You have, 100 flavors to choose from. Yet you chose, okay? You chose the shit flavored one. Well, that's you. You chose it. No one forced you to choose what you chose. So, no. Men would love women to cook, clean, treat them amazingly, and paying bills. I'm not saying there aren't women like that, but I'm saying that's rare. That shit is rare. And honestly, only the Pookies and the bad boys and the top tier men even get shit like that. Get women to simp for them. Women treasure their money more than their bodies. Women are more willing to give you their bodies than they will give you your money. So I don't know about that, so paying bills is kind of, rare, but I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but it only happens to the Pookies, the rare top tier men, highly desirable men, right? The men that you are crazy over, which is not all men.
Pay his bill, you let him use your body, you help him with his career or build his empire, whatever that is, he is just gonna keep taking advantage of you. He's never gonna one day just turn into that Prince Charming you've been.
See, that's the thing. That's what a lot of women fail at. Hopium. I'm gonna date the Pookie. I know he has a lot of red flags. I know he's a shitty man. I know he's a liar, a cheater, an abuser. But I hope he will change. I think he will change. I love him so much. I believe he will change. Are you stupid? That is the insanity of so many women. They know the red flags. They see the red flags. This is why a lot of times I don't believe women's fake victimhood. Men lie. Really? Men aren't that good, right? Men aren't that good at lying. I don't think majority of men aren't, definitely. Even the players, I don't think that many men, even the players, are that good at lying. I'm not saying they're not they're not they don't have great lying abilities, but they're not that good. They're not that good. A lot of times it's that you lie to yourselves. A lot of these women lie to themselves. They keep themselves in a lie. Oh, you know what? He has anger issues, or he's cheated in his past, but you know what? I love this man so much. He's going to change for me. He's going to change for me. He's going to become the Prince Charming I want him to be. And this is the problem. It shows you accountability. Not that man, because you saw the red flags. You know the red flags. You know this man is a shitty man. But you lied to yourself, right? You lied to yourself and you fool yourself and you put an image onto a man that it wasn't there. So you think, oh man, this man's going to change. He's going to become a Prince Charming. A lot of women don't understand. They don't accept the shitty men that they already chose. They think that, oh, he's just like this now, but he's going to change. He's going to be different. No, he is what he is. Either accept the shitty man that you picked or stop that shit and move on. But no. Women don't want to seem like, I picked the Pookie. I got to stick with it.
Hoping for, been pouring your resources and energy and effort into, because men only give princess treatment to women who feel like they're worthy. And if you were...
No. This is the stupidness. Men give princess treatment for the women that they love, for the women that, show these men that she loves him. The whole cooking and cleaning, it's like, the problem is, I've seen this, something that women do this a lot of times. They say that they build with these men. They say that they ride or die with these men. But the problem is you chose shitty men. You chose shitty men to be ride or dies, to be ride or die chicks to build with. All right? Or, you chose shitty men to be ride or die chicks. You chose shitty men to build with. And then you think, I shouldn't build with these men. I should stop building with men. No. You should pick good men and build with them and show that you'll ride or die with them. And that's when good men will, go above and beyond for you. Okay? Because you were there through the tough times. You were there, you made things worth it for him.
For his dream girl, he would have made that clear from day one with the way that he treated you. So stop feeding yourself this lie that if you were just a better girlfriend, if you just tried a little bit harder, he would finally see your worth. He would finally change the way that...
Now, I agree this part where, it doesn't, sometimes a lot of people got to understand, men or women, you got to understand that you got to see how they treat you and view you already. Making you think that, and I've been there and I've done that, okay? Thinking that you're going to try to change yourself. You're going to try to be better. You're going to try to go above and beyond, hoping the other person will change, hoping the other person will see your value. That is the sign of your own stupidity. That is a sign of your own foolishness, naivete, right? So, yeah, that is something that we all have to wake up from. We have to realize that when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love, it should be a two-way street. Here's my thing when I think about simps. Simping, okay? It's not because a lot of women want to change the word of simping. It's not, a boyfriend simping for a woman. Who cares about the title? It's about the disparity in effort. So if a man is let's say he is, going above and beyond for you. He's cooking, he's cleaning, he's buying her shit like LV every week. He's writing her love notes. He's taking her to fine dining every week. He's going crazy above and beyond for her. All she does, no sex, no nothing, no nothing of affection. She's like, thank you. That's it. That's all she does. Thank you. And it's an extreme disparity, but you see that is simping, where the effort isn't close. And in reality, he's barely getting nothing. That is what men see as simping, where one is going above and beyond and getting nothing for it. No matter, even if it's like, let's say a boyfriend and girlfriend thing, if that's how it is, the disparity of effort, then yes, that is simping. Same thing with like, I did a story a while back of a guy spending 10K on an OF model just for a hug and a picture. Are you kidding me? 10K for a hug and a picture? Yeah, that is fucking simping.
Girls, we are just not meant to be working 9 to 5s. We are not meant to be slaving away, grinding with the men. It literally makes no sense. Like, men wake up with 1,000 units of testosterone coursing through their blood every 24 hours. And we wake up and we're different, like, literally every week because of our cycle. One week we are in pain, we are bleeding, we are lying on the ground. Another week we finally have energy again. Another week we're irritable. Listen, ladies, if you cannot like hang on and push yourself any longer, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. This system was built by men for men. We don't have cycles every month. And while I'm never ever going to say a woman cannot achieve, because we have been overachieving over the men if you look at all the statistics, which is just absolutely incredible given how much harder it is just for us to biologically grind that way. But research also shows women need to rest more. Women need way more sleep. So if you can find anything, any way to go down to part-time, work from home, do a little bit less without beating yourself up, do not feel bad for prioritizing your mental health. Do not feel bad, ladies, for caring about having an emotional life, for caring about having enough rest. What I did was I became a content creator and I completely control my schedule. It is 3 p.m. right now. I'm literally in my bed resting. I can film content whenever I want, wherever I want. I've made 6 figures from doing this, and it gave me the time and the space to choose which environments I wanted to be in, to be allowed to rest whenever I wanted, to travel, to fulfill myself in other ways. Don't let a system that's not built for you keep you trapped and feeling worthless about yourself, but finding ways to make your life easier, to not be having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, be in depression, be in chronic burnout. You have to find another way, girls. Your happiness, your health is non-negotiable. Girl.
You know, I mean, she speaks for women, right? I just find it interesting that a lot of women show how they're truly not equal to men. They're not. And it's fine. But then you show that you are definitely not equal nor superior to men. You can't cut it. Now, yes, the grind ain't easy. No, I mean it really ain't easy. And well, we'll break it down. We'll break this down. Because she said, well, let's break it down.
We are just not meant to be working 9 to 5s. We are not meant to be slaving away, grinding with the men. It literally makes no sense. Like, men wake up with 1,000 units of testosterone coursing through.
It's funny that you said you're not meant to. Women aren't meant to. Yet, on the flip side, women are the ones who fought for it. Women are the ones who fought for it. You don't want to be housewives. But now you don't want to be strong and independent. It's kind of like really make up what you want. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. And I want to show these videos because these are the insanities of women. Okay? Where you can't pick a good man. You can't survive in the working world. Then I don't know what are you guys doing? It's like you're all over the place, and this is the thing, right? This is why a lot of women, more than ever before, are on antidepressants or on some form of medication for some mental disorders. Right? So you gotta see
their blood every 24 hours, and we wake up and we're different, like literally every week because of our cycle. One week we are in pain, we are bleeding, we are lying on the ground. Another week we finally have energy again. Another week we're irritable. Listen, ladies, if you cannot like hang on and push yourself any longer, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. This system was built by men for men. You don't have
No. The system wasn't built by men for men. No, it was built by the elites. It was built by a select few men, okay, for the select few men to prosper, okay? If it was built, for men, right, by men, all men would be succeeding because it was built for men. So how is something that's built for men and there are men that's not succeeding? Because let's say this, even if men are lazy, men don't do nothing. Well, it's built for men. So really, does it matter if he's lazy? It's built for him. But it's not. It's not. It's built for the few, the very few to succeed. The very few succeed. To be honest, I believe regardless of gender or race, it's built for the very few to succeed, not for the many. So no, that's a wrong ideology. It's not built for men. Yeah, it's built by men, but a select few men. And why is that important? Because the majority of men had no say. The majority of men had nothing to do with it. Because you got to think, you got to imagine one man, let's say one man compared to 100,000 men, it's like a drop in the bucket. So it's extremely important because the difference is what matters.
cycles every month. And while I'm never ever going to say a woman cannot achieve, because we have been overachieving over the men if you look at all the statistics, which is just absolutely incredible given how.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, women are doing better than ever. But again, men still out earn women. So the statistics say, yes, women are doing better. Comparatively, men still do better. So,
how much harder it is just for us to biologically grind that way. But research also shows women need to rest more. Women need way more sleep. So if you can find anything, any way to go down to part-time, work from home, do a little bit less without beating yourself.
I find it funny. The way you could have done it was be a housewife. That's how you could have done it. But women fought against that.
Up. Do not feel bad for prioritizing your mental health. Do not feel bad, ladies, for caring about having an emotional life, for caring about having enough rest. What I did was I became a content creator and I completely control my schedule. It is 3 p.m. right now. I'm literally in my bed resting. I can film content whenever I want, wherever I want. I've made 6 figures from doing this. And
yeah, content creating can make you a lot of money. I'm kind of surprised that you can make 6 figures, or her. Because I don't know who she is. But, it is what it is. Great for her. So, whatever.
Stingy guys are literally the worst, especially when
I think this is kind of funny. Okay, where these are the types of women that society or women prop up to make wealthy. Okay, it's like I find it really funny and interesting. This is why I show this type of women, because this is what you do to make 6 figures. Great. I've said this before. If I find, because I've had plenty of detractors, haters say, "Oh, you do this to make money." If I wanted to make money, right? If I really wanted to make money, I would pander to women. If I really wanted to make money, if my focus was making money, I would pander to women. I would be saying, men are jerks, men are terrible, men are shitty. You go, queen. It's like, how dare he cheats on you? You are a 10. You are perfect. He doesn't deserve you. I would be pandering to women because I honestly believe, when you lie, women buy. Pandering to women is the cheat code to success, because women are the primary consumers, right, of many things, particularly social media. So if I wanted to make money, if I really cared about making money, I would switch my content and pander to women. Men, I mean, and men, I mean, men are cool, but men are not the ones to predominantly, you know, shuff. I mean, just what is it? Really push your content like that. So it is. I mean, but I don't care, right? I like how I do it. So I'm not really into pandering to women and stuff. So I'm not really into pandering at all. But
are actually wealthy, so that pisses me off even more because you could be making such a huge difference. You could be making more of a contribution, but you just choose not to. Like, you could easily afford it. It's not a problem for you, but they're literally just the worst. Like, they don't value anything that they can't get a major discount on. They're constantly thinking about how they can spend less money. And being with a man who you feel like is pinching and counting every single penny he ever spends towards you, it's just such a turnoff. Like, nothing dries up my more than that. Honestly, if it ever really came down to the choice, much rather date a generous, less wealthy guy. As long as he's generous towards you, that is all that matters. The richest guy who is super Scrooge McDuck could
yo, Evil Eddie, what's up, my brother?
Be a billionaire, but if he will not spend on you, if he will not be generous toward you, what good is that money for, honey? You are never going to see a single cent of it. Stingy.
What good is that money for? I find it funny. I find that shit funny. Because here's a woman that has said she makes six figures. She said she makes six figures. So what's good at her money for? What's good for him? I've said this countless times before. This is why women's money means absolutely nothing. It's useless. Honestly, you might as well just burn it. Because at the end of the day, you still require men to pay. And that's why in the beginning I said, like, she's talking about paying bills. Do women really do that? I think that's like 1% of women. 1% of women paying for men bills. Maybe 1%. Probably even less. Because women will be quicker to give you their bodies than to pay a bill for you. So, really, this is the thing. And then you wonder why women like this are failing. Women like this don't have a man when it should be very easy. Because women like this are so vapid. It really is.
Really the worst, especially when they are actually wealthy. So that pisses me off even more because you could be making such a huge difference. You could be making more of a contribution, but you just choose not.
Making a difference and a contribution. You are a woman that says you make six figures. A woman that says you make your own schedule, that you don't work, right? You pretty much do content creation. Right? You just make content whenever you want. And you make six figures from it. And then you have the audacity, the entitlement to say, I need a man to make a contribution, to not be stingy, to pay for shit. The fuck it's like, what use are you? And like, this is why men just see you as a body to be used. That's it. This is why men value women for their beauty, youth, womb, and body. That is it. I honestly believe men don't want to be superficial. But honestly, if that's all they get, then they're superficial.
Not to, like, you could easily afford it. It's not a problem for you, but they're literally just the worst. Like, they don't value anything that they can't get a major discount on.
Women synonymously love discounts. They love sales. So really, I find it weird.
Constantly thinking about how they can spend less money. And being with a man who you feel like is pinching and counting every single penny he ever spends towards you.
What do you think about spending your money towards a man? Honestly, this is why, like I said, why women don't spend money on men, because they don't want to. And if women did spend money on men, they would be thinking like this. You think your six figures would be all nice and dandy? No, it would be shrinking because you're spending your money consistently, right? You'd be spending your money more than you're actually taking in if you are spending your money on men, but you're not. This is the luxury of women. And that's why it's like, this is the luxury of women, which is funny because she was saying, oh, women have it so bad. Really? Women do have it bad? Look what you're pointing out. Why men need to spend money on women.
It's just such a turnoff. Like, nothing dries up my more than that. Honestly,
So spending less on her dries her up. Yes, I think just like how Evil Eddie said. So she's saying dating is prostitution. Pretty much. More money you have, the wetter she gets. So, you know, throw it on her and you can just slide right in.
it ever really came down to the choice, much rather date a generous, less wealthy guy. As long as he's generous towards you, that is all that matters. The richest guy who is super Scrooge McDuck could be a billionaire, but if he will not spend on you, if he will not be generous toward you, what good is that money for, honey? You are never.
What do you guys think? Give me a minute.